Welcome to the Totally Awesome Outdoor Show, and I'm going to be making something out of pallets. Haha, yes, I'll tell you what it is. If you've ever seen those uplighters and downlighters, not necessarily that you have a light shining straight down or a lamp on the side of a bedside or desk, but they're a sort of mood lighting, that's what I call it. I'm going to do mood lighting with a piece of pallet board. Anyway, I've got some white pallet board there. And what I've done is I've cut a piece down like this, 20 inches wide as a backboard. So I'm going to show you what I've done. Now there's several ways of doing this. You can get to make a light behind a fish shape in the front. It all becomes apparent later on. But basically you're going to fix this onto the board. I've just used now because I want a big space between here, so I feel it might enhance it and send more light up. You can use a fixture like this, which I've screwed on there. The wire comes down the back. You can trunk it in. Obviously all your different countries, all the different relevant electrical laws and health and safety and all that stuff, that's up to you guys to check out. This is what I've done. So I've just done this one with a socket that bolts on and is countersunked on there for the light fitting, and I've managed to get hold of a blue light. I've tested it, it's working. So that's going to be my backboard, which I'm going to fit up on the wall like this, and on the front I'm going to make a panel of wood so light goes up and down just like an uplighter or a downlighter, but with a bit of a twist, with a bit of an awesome twist. I'm going to make, well, can only be one thing, can't it? A fish shape out at the front, but I'm going to drill through it so that some of this light actually comes through and hopefully will highlight the outline and shape of the fish. Let me show you what I mean. Now take a piece of pallet board. I'm just using this is an offcut, and on that get your basic shape of, no, it doesn't have to be a fish, it can be whatever you want it to be. But I'm going to be doing a fish because I go fishing. If you don't know that, then you obviously don't watch our sister channel, the hugely successful, totally awesome fishing show. I'm gradually coming together with a picture of a fish there. I'm going to have an eye, obviously, there we go, like this. I'm going to have a gill. I'm going to have a dorsal fin. It's all very rough, it's just to give you a guide on it. I'm going to have a dorsal fin, a tail fin, a ventral fin, and if space permits, I might have a pectoral fin. Might even put teeth on it, I don't know yet. That's the basic shape. So, this is what I'm going to do, and these are the bits that I'm going to cut out. I'm going to be using a drill bit that's larger, that, you know, well, one's very large, and I use it for making keyholes for putting locks in. So I'm going to be using that for the eye, different size drill bits. You can use anything your imagination wants to use. That's the actual size of board I'm going to be using, but what I shall be doing is here, I want to cut that out with the jigsaw completely, right, so that that light, that blue light, can shine through here. I'm going to imagine a line drawn here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut all the fins out like this, and I'm going to cut the eye out with the biggest circular drill bit I've got, which, as I say, I use for making cylinder lock fittings on cylinder locks. So I drill them out. I've got one. Let's get cracking and let's get the basis of this front board, because this is going to go. My God, where's he gone? Doesn't anybody know at my age? This happens all the time. Sometimes I come in the garage, I don't even know what I've come in here for. This will go on the front like that and be fixed. So the light goes up, but I'm hoping it's also going to get some mood lighting and outline of the fish coming through as well. Where am I? Oh, in the garage. Let's get the drill going and start cutting out some of this with the jigsaw. Okay, I'm going to be cutting this hole with one of these, which I call a core bit, maybe a core drill, and it's in my cordless. It's got a nice big circle there, and it's got a drill here which is a locating drill to start the hole, and then when it cuts in level here, these teeth cut the actual circle. I'm going to be using that to make the eye of the fish. Now I've got it clamped in my workbench here, put the earphones, the ear defenders on. I can't hear myself talk or think, but that's not a bad thing in itself. Now where I'm cutting that eye out, you can see my pencil line here is actually, I'm going to be cutting it. So I'm going to alter that drawing. This is just an outline. Don't be afraid to bring the pencil line across the outside of that because you want some support there as well. It's all just a guide. Right, here's a little tip. When you actually fire these larger drill bits through, I don't pull it straight out while it's moving because it's going to clatter around and you could twist your wrist. I find it's easier just to push it through, hold it, you know, let it stop and bring it out when it's not moving. And there, I've got a perfectly neat eye. That's using this drill bit. Obviously, take it out the chunk. You undo the nut here, just so people do know this. You can tap that. And out comes a piece of wood, because you cannot drill with the second time. If you do two eyes, you can't drill twice with that piece of wood in there. Obviously it blocks it up and the teeth can't cut. You then refit it, putting your locator drill in there, the nut on the back, screw that up, and you are indeed ready to go again. Now every time you want to make a turn with the blade that's coming up a sharp angle, obviously it can't turn, so I'm going to cut another hole there that will enable me to turn the blade. So what I've done, after I've cut out, I've left supports here about 3 inches. I've left one about here 4 or 5 inches. So it's all fairly delicate. I'm going to drill some more holes in here to let the light through. I'm going to put a gill cover in there as well. And that's pretty well it. And I'm just going to tidy up that fin there. Right, second phase now, day 2. After a lot of drilling, sawing, sanding, I've come up with my fish, which is going to be the front. That's fine, but you're going to need 2 panels at the edge. So here's the back plate, here's the light bulb. There's nothing boxed in at the top, so it's not a question of overheating anything. Check all your electrical installations for each country anyway. I could put just 2 rods across there and join it to the back plate like that. I've left a gap for the light bulb here, but I've measured about 1 inch over the top, and I'm thinking, why not use another piece of wood at each end, because it's open at the bottom, open at the top, plenty for heat dissipation from that tiny little blue bulb I've got, which is a low light one, and cut out another 2 patterns of fish there. So I'm afraid it's back to the jigsaw. There we go. A couple of little fishy shapes on the end there. Some coarse sandpaper. Rub it all down. Don't break any of the little edges of the fins off. And then we're ready to fix that on the sides. Okay, I'm going to run a bead of adhesive, regular just wood adhesive, along there. Please note I have lost the little nozzle. Put a piece of cling film over it, don't waste it, don't throw it away. A little bit of glue there, get it dead square, walk it in, and yes, a couple of screws. Nice to get it nice and square like that. In go the screws, hopefully, he says. Now it's quite a soft wood, so I've got the torque setting on the screwdriver set a little bit lighter. Didn't like that, did it? Wipe the excess glue off there. As you can see, the side and the front are all glued ready. I'll just put the back on it, and we're getting on there nicely, getting close to illumination time. Only one thing left to do now, apply some paint, probably use emulsion, that's water-based paint, and you can dilute it a bit and do it a couple of coats if you want. Probably do pastel shades, I feel, pastel and fish. I'm I'm going to check it on my paint shelf and see what's left over. I'm not going to buy anything because this is supposed to be free. Get painting and then switch on. Well, I did change that blue bowl, which I thought would clash with this colour, to a white one. What a difference it made. Although the camera can't read the lilac in this particular spotlight, it shows you a great mood light there. Something that's unique, totally different. Why not make up your own pattern you want? Thanks for watching the Totally Awesome Outdoors show. Tell your friends and don't forget, hit that subscribe button for more fun shows.